What's up, everybody? So I'm sitting here on my computer and I thought, hey, I think I should make a behind the scenes video for you guys. So this clutch chair, PewDiePie's chair came out, and I want to make a video for you guys to show you how we shot it, some techniques that we used, and then we're going to go through my workflow, my editing workflow. So let's take a look. We got Neil setting up the boom light. Show me that boom with a grid. Gonna set it up on this thing here. Oh! For this shoot, we are using the A7 III. Now, camera settings for this, we're gonna be shooting 4K, so I can zoom or crop, whatever. We're gonna do some slow-mo shots, so I can only do 1080 for that. But I will be shooting, let me do this real quick. For picture profile, we're gonna go to picture profile 10, which is HLG. That way I can do any color corrections later. Then I'm gonna go to my gamma display assist and turn that on to HLG so I can see if I'm overexposing or underexposing. And yeah, that's pretty much basic camera settings. So one setting I highly recommend is this control with smartphone. And why, I'll show you in a sec. There we go. Okay, so now I open up this app and okay, this is great because I can now walk over here and I can see exactly what I see over there, and I can adjust as needed for framing. So I highly recommend you use this. You don't even need a monitor, you can just use your phone. You can, that's great. Looks good already. A lot of people don't realize this, but these videos take a lot of time. We got a whole day to shoot this, and I estimate that it's going to take the whole day just because a lot of this is trial and error. We're doing the lighting setup and we found that there's a lot of spots on the material, the leather. So I'm coming out to get some leather cleaner. So I got my bag of goodies here, and I have a leather care cleaning soap. So I'm going to use this. Maybe I'll take this. This is conditioning cream that is spilled. I guess it opened. It's too hot in the car. Oops. But that gives it like a really nice shine. So we'll see how it looks. I'll take them both and we'll see how they look.
I got a little story to tell you. Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love she wanted you to wait? Let me tell you a story in my situation. I was talking to this girl.
Alright, so we're testing out the light. You can see this is what the camera sees. You can't really see it here, but there's a spot where Neil's gonna cover it up. There we go. Perfect. So we want to put these V-flats to block. That way it looks like it's all blacked out behind it. I'm using this light. We'll switch it up in a little bit, but let's see how it goes. That's what it looks like right now. I'm gonna leave this here so you can see what we're doing. So all we're doing here is just really doing some pull focuses, small rotations here and there, just really getting some close-up details of the chair, and you can see what the actual finished video looks like. Now here we're just using the light and pretty much passing light over what the subject is, and then you can see the effect here. There's no dust on this baby. Alright, so this is the final shot that the client wants. They want the light to come on and it's the boom, just like a spotlight. So alright, so here we have a nice red and blue. We got these using these LED lights again, and we wanted to light up the background with some different colors, just messing around. And I really like the way the red and blue came out, and you can see the effect here. So we made this other video with smoke in it, and the client really liked it, so they wanted us to do some smoke in there. So we just had my buddy with his vape pen, and you can see he's standing there and blows through the chair. So what I had to do in post was I had a clean shot. It's just like layering in Photoshop. If you've ever photoshopped images, you put one layer on top of the other and then mask it out. I'm not going to show how it was done. That could be a whole separate video itself. This also was very difficult. You can see what it looked like here. This is actually what it really looked like. But again, through layering and masking and layering and masking and a lot of layering and a lot of masking, I got it to end up like this, which looks much cleaner, much better. Again, that could be a whole nother video. That probably took me about an hour to do just that. Alright guys, I want to show you a breakdown of the timeline, just so you can see what kind of editing techniques or what I did inside here. So let's take a look at the start, and you can see right here this kind of attractive opening line. All that is it's just a basic transition. It's a wipe. Right over here, wipes, wipe. You can see that's all it's doing. This comes with, it's included in Final Cut Pro. It's not like I downloaded it or anything. There's actually a lot of good transitions here that if you use them properly, they can be really effective. And the clip, if you look here, I did transform it a little bit. This is what it looked like. And it's boring. I mean, there's so much blank space here and blank space here, so I really wanted it to come across the whole screen. So I'm breaking that in half, a line going through the middle of the screen, and that's all it is. So you can see with these clips, now these clips, all of them, I shot in HLG. So you have to go to this I tab, and then you're gonna see just your basic settings. So you're going to go down to basic, and you're going to go to settings. Then you're going to do color space override. This is if you shot in HLG, and you're going to do Rec 709 or 2020 based on what your in-camera settings were. If you don't know about this, I highly recommend Gerald Undone. He did a really good explanation of this. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Now, what I did is I actually didn't use the color space override because I used an in-camera LUT like that. So the in-camera LUT looks good. I really didn't do anything else to it. Just a little bit of, if you look inside, I think I just raised the highlights. Yeah, I mean, look at the difference. A simple raising those highlights and bringing those shadows back down. And that's pretty much all I did. Yep. So moving on. This one, all it is, I do a lot of compound clips, so let's open it up. It's just a chair flipped and layered on top of each other, layered on top of the same clip. So super simple. I had all the clips going to the music, like the pumps of the music, and then faster. You can see, let's see, this one is just a close-up of the chair. Again, there was not much editing done. There was no editing done. Oh, okay, so we did do some editing. So I did do a little bit of editing. It's just really transforms. I shot in 4K, so you can see that, you know, I can zoom in a lot. I can crop that and I won't lose any quality, or it won't get grainy, or it won't look bad. That is a huge plus of 4K. And there's a little bit of a rotation on there, you can see. And this clip is really interesting because it looks like I used a macro lens and I got really close, but if I click this is what the actual clip looked like. And I thought, oh, this is kind of ugly. Like, I don't want this part of the chair, or I don't want all this. Like, this, it's not really the main subject. Like, this is super sexy, and I wanted to show that off. So what I did is I'm zoomed in 234%. Like, that's kind of a lot. But again, 4K. It's rotated, so I rotated it just to fill in the frame, and you can see the difference. Huge difference. And you can still see the texture. So didn't lose any quality. So here's where the music comes in, and it's getting really fast-paced. These are just quick cuts of the chair rotating. You saw me do the close-up of the chair, which was here. And then all I did was I backed up the camera and got the top sides. So that's all it is. And it has this, I love the red glowy neon effect. And how did I do that? Well, really, I didn't do anything. I mean, it was all shot properly. Like, that's the most important part, is shoot it properly, and your editing, you won't need to do a lot of editing. If you look, I didn't even do anything for the color board. It's all in that this LUT. It's just a built-in LUT. It's not even like I downloaded it or anything. This is what it really looked like. And this LUT, this S-Log3, all it does is bring down those shadows and raises the highlights, so it has like this bright neon cool effect. I really liked it, and I just applied that to all the clips, and it was super easy. So let's look at this one real quick here. You can see that there's 1, 2, 3 videos, and that's just a generator that allows you to put 3 clips. And all I did is I wanted to make it more separated. You can see that without this, they kind of blend too much, and you might not know what you're looking at, or realize that it's 3 different clips. So I really wanted some separators and to add some color, because without it, you can see the difference. So really all I did is go to your generators, and down here, backgrounds, you've got the blobs. And I really like the colors, and it's all like thrown out of focus, so it looks really cool. That's kind of like a lava lamp. And then I just changed the colors to match these chairs. And that's about it. Really simple. So this one, you can kind of see, it's just like when I did the wheel. I put the light, I was just flashing the light on and off, or rotating the light to hit the chair in a certain way. So that's all it is. As the chair rotated, I moved the light up and down. Here we have a quick zoom in effect. It's going to the same clip. Actually, if I delete that, you can just see it's the same thing. It's the same clip, but it's zoomed in a little bit. This is really bright. So what I did is I applied a mask so it only affects this part, and then I just raised those highlights. You can see the difference. And all I did, like I said, I just raised the highlights. I mean, that's it. That simple. Let's see. Okay, so for this part, it's just here's the blank, with just a blank background, masked out my buddy, and then boom, with the music comes in that smoke. And there's a little bit of a speed ramp on that, but that's it. You can see for most of this video, everything is pretty simple. It's pretty clean, not too much stuff. There's a lot of compound clips in here too, so if you go in, there's stuff underneath, but really everything is very, very simple. I just kind of followed that keep it simple rule. So that's about it. I encourage you to go find a product in your house and shoot it, see what you can come up with. So I hope this was helpful in some way. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you'd like to see more videos like this, I will try my best. Every time I make a video, I will try to make a behind the scenes and show you what I'm doing actually. And then it's kind of this workflow thing to show you my editing process. So hope you got away with something. Have a good day, everybody.